Hey guys, welcome to the Artisan channel, and today I got the 64-bit game V90 Game Boy Advance SP clone in front of me. A lot of people are interested in this device because it has been floating around so much on the internet, and it's a budget device, so of course that's enticing to a lot of people since the price is just 38 bucks for a retro emulation, and it has 2,500 ROMs on it. It supports GBA, Famicom, Arcade, Super Famicom, Sega Mega Drive, and Master System, and even PlayStation 1 apparently, as they boast on the website. But is it a good handheld? Is it a handheld that we have to steer clear from if as a budget handheld? I know a lot of you guys are retro handheld enthusiasts on this channel and probably don't appreciate this device, but we have to check it out anyways because it has been around so much. So let's just get into the unboxing and see what this device is all about. Here we have the device in plastic wrapping. Let's check out the below compartment as we always do. We got a USB Type-C charging cable. Oh, it's USB Type-C, which is very nice. No micro USB cable zone here. And a messily folded user manual. We don't read them over here, so let's just get into the handheld itself and judge on ourselves how this handheld is. So this is cheap toy plastic apparently. The body quality isn't that great. As you can see, it is being like cut out kind of sloppily. We have an extrusion over here. On the other side it is flush, but that tells me that this is more intended as a toy than a serious retro handheld, even though it's a budget retro handheld. Let's judge it as a retro handheld in general anyways. This is a 5C Nokia battery. If you have a lot of these lying around, you can just have infinite battery life, pretty much. We got a 32 GB SD card inside of here, and to this side we also have the power switch. To the other side we have a volume wheel, which is nice. And to the top we have two triggers for each side, R2, R1, L2 and L1, which tells me that they want to sell it as a PS1 emulation device as well. We got a lanyard over here, and to the bottom of the device we have a USB Type-C charging port and a TV out 3.5 millimeter headphone jack over here. Let's just flip this open. That's not really a satisfying click, but it does the job. This doesn't feel like it will last for a long time, but it is a cheaper device anyways. The buttons, how do they feel? I know this D-pad. This is an LDK D-pad, and it is not bad at all. LDK D-pads are quite good contact pads. We have ABXY, they feel great. The start and select are contact pads as well. We have the reset button, pretty much the manual button as well over here. And yeah, I have to give credit where credit is due. The buttons don't feel bad. We have two speakers to the bottom over here. We'll have to check out the speaker quality, but once I play like this, my fingers are kind of covering the speakers, but I have long lanky fingers, so they curve around it a little bit, so the speakers are not really that covered. I can say that probably some other people will have their fingers covering the speakers, so it's not really a smart design choice, but we're talking about a budget device over here, so let's just turn it on and see what the operating system is like. NX Hope, yeah, that is OpenDingux, probably the same hardware as a Pocket Go and a BitBoy. The brightness is a little bit low, I would say, but that is the maximum brightness. It's an IPS display, apparently, and I saw some screen tearing over there. It is OpenDingux, guys, so that is a good operating system. And it has GB games, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Gear, Master System, Mega Drive, PlayStation, Neo Geo Pocket, WonderSwan, PC Engine, and arcade games, CPS, Neo Geo, MAME. Wow, those are a lot of systems that it supports. I'm kind of questioning its support for PlayStation 1, but we'll check it out. Of course, we're going to check out the 2D games, not the 3D games, because I'm pretty sure it will run like crap. Let's check out the CPU. It is a 900 CPU clock speed, so it's not that great, and probably single core, of course, so it's not going to play 3D PlayStation 1 games. Don't get your hopes up on that one. This is Game Boy, so let's just test out Game Boy Advance, because most people probably will buy this for Game Boy Advance since it's Game Boy Advance SP. Wow, we have 110 Game Boy Advance games. That's a lot. Since this has 2,500 games, probably a lot of people will be interested in buying this one. Let's test out some Sonic Advance. There's screen tearing going on over here. It's not a perfect device by any means. A little bit of screen tearing for this price is not a problem. The speakers aren't that great. Let's just lower the volume a little bit and get into some gameplay. Actually, I might just want to plug in the charger, because I'm not sure if the brightness is to the maximum. Oh, it gets a lot brighter right now. Right now, the screen quality is great. Wow. I'm sorry, this is quite unprofessional of me, but right now the screen quality is great and the brightness is up to the max. It was just out of juice, so the brightness is quite good. It has screen tearing, not that much, but yeah, it's like a bit boy in terms of screen tearing. The sound quality isn't that great, but it's not too bad as well for the price. It has 2 speakers. So it can get quite loud, but once it gets loud, it sounds scratchy, and you don't want that, of course. So just turn down the volume and everything is good. Okay, let's test out the different... Yeah, this is the OpenDingux GPSP emulator. We have save states, and you can load states as well, which is a good thing. Most emulators are capable of doing that, in case you wanted to know that. Press start to leave. And here we have Super Famicom. Can just play some Mario All-Stars and Mario World. Yeah, there's some graphical glitches going on. That's because the emulator, but you can add another emulator if you want to, but I'm pretty sure this is a pick up and play device and people don't want to do that. It still runs well though, if you ignore the graphical glitches. You will not be able to run Yoshi's Island on this, because it has a certain chip inside of the game cartridge, which this device cannot emulate. I know that from the BitBoy. This is the same hardware, so I have experience with this hardware. It's a low-grade OpenDingux device, and for the price, actually, it isn't too bad. If you just buy a budget retro device, we're judging it for its price, guys. We're not. I know I'm a retro handheld enthusiast. I'll definitely not buy this device, but a lot of people are interested in this, and I am a retro handheld review channel, so I need to test it out and check it out, see what it is for its price. My judgment is it's not bad at all because of the OpenDingdux operating system. It's open source, so they really milked it out completely with all its features for the lower end OpenDingdux devices. And it's a clamshell design, which is one of its kind. So let's test out the 2D PlayStation 1 game and call it a day. Rockman is probably Mega Man XX. Problem with this operating system is that Neo Geo games take some time to load, but they work quite well anyways. So just keep that in mind. PlayStation games, of course, don't work very well on this, even the 2D ones, but this one is playable, I'm sure of that. Yeah, and that is some Mega Man for the PlayStation 1. Of course, you can also save states and load states, stuff like that. This is PlayStation Rearmed, most likely, the emulator. You have also some ports with Quake 2 and Quake 1, of course. So a lot of retro games are available for this device. It comes with a lot of them pre-installed, and China doesn't care about legality of that stuff, but you know, as a buyer, I wouldn't mind having those ROMs on here. My opinion on this handheld is that it's the only clamshell device pretty much around with OpenDingdux. And it is interesting nonetheless to some people to buy it. I think this is very good for children and also for people who are wanting to have a lighthearted retro gaming experience and want to get into retro handheld emulation, get a taste of it, and of course don't want to spend a lot of money on other handhelds that cost around $100 or $80. So yeah, it's not a bad device for its price, but the build quality could have been better in my opinion. I don't think this will last for a long time if you really use it heavily, and you can use it heavily because it is you know, it is fun to use. It is fun. I had fun using it. So is it a bad device for its price? It isn't. Is it a great device? No, it isn't. It could have been better for the build quality and stuff like that, the speakers. But if you're interested in other handhelds and want to see the better handheld, retro handhelds on the horizon which are available, you can just check out some other videos on my channel. And I got a lot of retro handhelds that I reviewed. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and find it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next video.